Welcome, my dear children, to the other session. And here we are going to we are going to learn how to write a good story. Okay, so story writing is our topic. So we will just see how we can write a good story. And stories are all-time favorite, isn't it? Even it is a small child, or even it is a teenager, or even it is a adult. The interest to listen to stories doesn't differ. Everyone, each and everyone love to listen to stories, isn't it? Even if in this moment, if someone offers or my parent offers me, like, you could just come here, I'll just tell you a story. Yeah, I would be much more excited to listen to them, isn't it? Like you. So stories are always interesting. So how can we write a good story? Okay, what all things we have to include or we have to keep in our mind whenever we are starting to write a story. So we will just have a look into that. The characteristics of a good story. First and foremost, we should have one idea. Okay, we should have a good idea how we should start our story or what should be the content of our story. Then we have to set up or we have to arrange these particular characteristics very well. Okay, so the first thing is setting. Setting means where your story takes place. So for example, you can see there I had given the picture. It's a mountain side. Okay, you can see a small stream or a river running there. So it's a valley and I can say that this is my setting. Okay, so I am going to write a story which is set in this particular place. So, where your story has to take place, that you should decide first. First, you have to have in your mind, you should have in your mind what kind of a story you are going to tell to your audience, okay, or to your readers. Then, the setting of the story you have to decide. Where is the place that your story is going to take place? For example, it can be in a village, it can be in a town, it can be in a forest, or even it can be in the space. So all these things or factors depends upon the writer. So first, the idea of our story we should create or we have to develop in our mind. Then we have to fix the setting of our story. Okay. Then comes characters. Yes. Through characters we express our idea, isn't it? We convey the idea through our characters or the story is going on through characters, isn't it? So we have to fix the characters. Who should be the main character? What should be the character's name? How he should appear in front of the readers? Okay, what picture we should give about that particular character? Or only a hero is there? Or is he a superhero? Then the supporting characters will be there, isn't it? If it is a family story, then a father will be there, a mother, a small brother, or a sibling to the main character. Then friends will be there. Sometimes nature also takes the role of a character in certain stories or animals, isn't it? In the Jungle Book, who all are the characters? The animals, the wild animals, along with Mowgli, isn't it? Or the Birbal's Khichdi. When you take that story, the Birbal, Emperor, then the villagers plays a role in this story. Isn't it? Yes. So you can decide, the writer can decide who all should be the character in that or in the story that you are making. Then comes dialogues. Yes. If our characters won't talk, how we will get to know what they are thinking or how the writer will express his ideas? So we should include dialogues in our story. Okay, so I hope these three things are very clear to you. Setting, the place where the story should happen, then which all characters should be there, then what all dialogues they have to convey or talk or converse each other. Okay, so whenever you write the dialogues, please make sure that you don't go for a very lengthy dialogue. Okay, if you go go on and decide to write a novel, then it is fine. But if it is a very short story, be careful that the dialogue is very clear and somewhat short, that the idea is expressed clearly. Okay? Yes. So now we will move on to the next character. Next comes crisis and conclusion of the story. So what are called crisis? You can see the man, he is standing and looking into something that is scribbled out. Once it is written as a problem, then it makes a loop and round and twist and turns and ends in the solution. So crisis means the various events that takes place in the life of a main character. Okay, sometimes major few problems may come in front of him, and how he overcomes that, or it can be challenges, so how he overcomes all those things. So that shows the crisis. Okay, for example, if we take the story of Lion King, okay, there the Lion King faces a very big problem that his own father's brother kills his father, isn't it? His uncle kills his father, but he is not able to resist him, or he is not able to talk about it to anyone else as he was a small kid. So later on, when he comes back, he fights, isn't it? So one crisis that aroused in front of him was the murder of his father. Then he goes apart to some other distant place. Then he comes back to fight against his uncle and make his family safe. So that is what the crisis means. Okay, the problems that comes in the life of our main character. So through that problem we express, for example, if it is a moral story that you intend to give a moral to your readers, then that problem or that situation you create will deliver a clear idea what moral you are going to give, okay, by solving it. So there comes the conclusion. Okay, so the crisis will be solved by our main hero, and through that a solution he brings out, and that marks a good conclusion to the story. So once he finds out the solution, or once the problem is solved, we will end the story. That is how usually the stories goes on, right? Yes. So that is what crisis and conclusion has to do in the story. Okay, and you can give lessons, morals through your stories if you like to. So that is what is shown in that our clock over there, that is good, bad, evil, lie, forgive, love. What all characteristics you have to give? Okay, what moral you have to give. Okay, and you can fix the character of a main hero also, whether he want to be a good person or an evil person who changes into a good man. So it goes on. Okay, so first the setting, then the characters, their dialogues, then what crisis you have to create there in the life, then how he solves it, and what a conclusion you give to the story. Okay, then comes the most important thing, what it is called, yes, the title of the story. Okay, should give a very attractive title to your story. Look, this picture itself includes many titles, isn't it? They are actually the name of certain books, and you just can go through the titles, the psychological implications of holiday motivated materialism. So these are variety. Okay, it's a very different title, but you need not want to stick on to such kind of a title, but make your make the name of your story a very attractive one. But it shouldn't be like it has no connection with your story. Okay, it shouldn't be like that. The title, either it can be like a sneak peek into your story, okay, a little bit of clue, a type of creating excitement, a name that creates some excitement to read the story. Okay, such kind of an attractive one you have to give as your title. Okay, it can be a word, it can be a phrase like this, whatever it is. Okay, yes. So don't forget to give the title to your story. So I hope you are going to make your own stories. While you draft your story, keep in mind all these things. Yes. So write your story now. Time to get set go. Okay. So thank you, my dear children. We will meet next time.